Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Wicked Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Bowden. With me, as always, is Frank Gazzaro
Hello.
and Katie Arroyo.
Hello.
And we have a very special guest this week, somebody that Katie didn't even bother to introduce us to before we started recording.
First of all, you came on and we said hello, and you go, "Hi, we have to be done by 12:30 so I can put my bets in."
Excuse me, that is not what I said. I said hi, and then you said, "Do we have to be done at 12:30 so you can watch a stupid football game?" Was the exact thing that happened.
No, I said, "Do we have to be done so you can watch a football game?"
All right, either way,
You did
you were
inject
wrong.
the stupid into it.
Yeah, you
We
did.
can all
inject
agree
it.
that nobody met me, and that was a big shame.
Yeah.
The
I
amazing
want to
person
meet
that
Quentin.
couldn't hear.
Hi, Quentin. How are you?
Hello.
Nice to
I'm
meet
great.
you.
Nice to meet you all. I'm so happy to be here with you all.
We're glad to have you.
Quinn got to see a little bit of Brian behind the curtain because listeners, Brian on the podcast, we've talked about this before, but on the podcast, he's like fun and alive. You know what I mean? And then if you do a show with him and meet him in real life backstage, he is like, "Hi."
I'm quiet. I'm a quiet, introverted person. And
Yeah.
that doesn't make me a bad person.
Yes, it
Okay.
does.
It just makes me quiet.
You're quiet in certain contexts. You're not
Yeah.
quiet when you're like with your buddies, you know?
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. Because that's different. We're doing a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. This is
You know, I
good.
can't act like
Yeah.
I'm at a wrestling event before we record a podcast.
Yeah.
That would be silly. That would be very silly.
It would
But
be
you
silly.
could also be like, "Hey, nice to meet you."
Well, you could also be like, "Hey, Brian, how are you? This is my friend Quentin, who's been living with me for a couple days."
That's
been
true.
living with you
I
for
was
a
really,
while.
You
I
didn't
am.
introduce. You just brought somebody into the green room and didn't introduce them.
Yeah,
You
I
brought
don't-
somebody into the green room and didn't introduce them.
That's a very
not
low
good
on
at
the
that.
spectrum.
And
sort
now
of
you're
thing to
putting
do.
me in a situation
Yeah.
to where I have to counter that, and I'm being faulted because you didn't take part in your part of the social situation.
I don't know. There's also all right. So if it's a situation where there's somebody in a room, another person walks into a room with a new person,
Mhm.
the new person should be the priority so they're not uncomfortable. So if the person they're with doesn't
Yeah.
introduce them, that's bad. So then the other person should go out of the way to be like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Brian." So
Yeah.
so the new person doesn't feel awkward. So you both fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both fucked up. So Quentin, how
No,
are
we
you,
meant
buddy?
you
I don't
fucked
want
up.
Quentin to feel awkward.
I mean, a little late for that. The
You
family's
pretty much
fighting.
created an
Yeah.
argument on the
I'm just here
podcast.
at the
so.
holidays, and it's a family fight. so
He's
I'm trying
been listening to me and Josh bicker for 2 solid days.
it's been giving me life. It's so cute.
Is it fun? Is it fun to watch?
It's still fun because they haven't been together for a long time.
Yeah, so we're
it's
not-
not any like
Yeah.
the jabs they hear with each other are really like soft. You know, it's not anything like I hate your mother. It's not anything. We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
Has Katie left the cats out? Had she let the cats out accidentally? That was a big thing when I was there.
These
Katie
kids are
letting the
running
cats out.
all over this house.
Yeah.
It's more their house than theirs.
How do you
Yeah.
do it, Quentin? Are you scared with the cats?
I'm not afraid of the cats.
He
The
likes cats.
Brian,
Really?
most people are not afraid of cats.
Yeah, Quinn, Brian's terrified of cats.
All cats or like big cats.
No,
No,
just
oh no,
cats.
tigers! I will cuddle
Kittens.
a tiger.
The smaller,
Kitten.
I mean,
the
like
more
what is
scary.
it,
for
Yeah,
me.
like the smaller,
Like
the
a-
scarier. Yeah.
He meant a big pet cat, like a Maine Coon cat, like the giant ones.
Like those
I'm
things-
fine with a Maine Coon cat. Maine Coon cats act like dogs, right? Those are the dog cats.
Yeah, but they're
Um,
gigantic and kind of scary if they're
I'm-
angry.
They're
I'm
still
fine. I'm
cats.
fine with a Maine Coon cat. I'm fine with a Maine Coon cat.
But when my cat was a tiny kitten who could barely do anything, Brian was terrified.
Like panic attack, terrified.
Like he had a panic attack. We recorded it because we were doing what is it called? Immersion therapy or something?
Immersion therapy.
Is that what it is? What is
Immersion therapy.
Immersion.
Immersion.
We're doing immersion therapy. Have you
It's
ever done immersion therapy, Quentin?
But that wasn't it. What's the word?
I-
Exposure
That's-
therapy, Katie. We were
Exposure
doing
therapy,
exposure
that's the one.
therapy.
We were doing exposure therapy.
Where basically you just scare the hell out of him constantly
That's what
until
it
he's not
was.
scared anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
So
this podcast
desensitization.
has evolved into this podcast started as goofiness, and then it went to
Yeah.
mental health, and now it's at a phase where Katie just gets mad at me and yells at me and
No,
and
no one has
tortures me.
done yelling except you.
I haven't yelled once.
Wow.
Yeah, but we feel it, We feel that you want
It's
to.
yelling energy.
Because I feel
Yeah,
like
you've got
I feel like
yelling,
I'm
big
walking on
yelling
eggshells.
energy.
I do. I feel like I'm walking
Yeah,
on
I'm gonna
eggshells.
say that I don't think anybody has done anything wrong, except perhaps Katie.
Yeah.
Etiquette says you should have introduced me. You did not.
Yeah, I did this all weekend.
She also did it at the party that she had in her
Really
house
bad.
yesterday. I had to like introduce myself to random white people.
Wow. Yeah. For
Um,
listeners,
That
Quentin
is
is black.
Yeah, I am
horrible.
black. In case you couldn't tell by my voice,
Yeah.
I am black.
It's 2021. People, I feel, need to know in a sensitive way. So how, like, so when Katie said, "Oh, my friend Quentin is coming to stay with me," and then she said nothing but great things about you. I was under the impression that you guys grew up together. Frank, how long do you think they've known each other?
Given Katie's past stories about the weird shit she's done, I'm gonna say they recently met through an app called like Somebody to Hang Out With for 2 days.
Yeah.
And Quentin was very highly rated, and Katie was sort of okay rated, and
Yeah.
they just agreed to hang out for 2 days.
You know what, Frank?
Close.
You're pretty close.
Yeah,
Kate,
you're pretty
so,
close.
Kate, how did you guys meet?
We did a show together. We did a couple of comedy shows together last summer. And then I just made him be my friend.
She literally told me that. She was like, "You're gonna be my best friend."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, I guess."
He was like, "I'm not into it, but whatever."
Cool.
Like,
I want
just
you to
into
come
it.
see
You're
my
like-
dining rooms. Did
There's
she
like
show?
3 of them in this house.
I know there's a lot of dining rooms. I don't have room for a kitchen table at my place. Kate has 3 dining rooms and 90
3.
cats.
Josh is so it feels like that sometimes. Josh is so upset about those dining rooms.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you would have only had 2 if you didn't destroy the library to make it a dining room.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You know.
true.
But that
Why would
happened.
one want 2 dining rooms?
You know what? I don't care about it. Like, I don't want to have 2, but that's just how the house is. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't
No.
mind I wouldn't mind a formal and an informal dining room.
It can't be just how the house is unless there's a table built into the floor.
One for guests and
there's
one for
like-
games.
That weird breakfast area. Like, what else would that be?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
A sitting area.
You could make it a sitting area, but that 2 fucking sitting areas is more annoying to me than
Either
2
way,
dining
It's an
rooms.
embarrassment of riches.
It
Katie,
is.
so-
Yeah.
I feel shame.
You should give one of those rooms to an impoverished family somewhere.
She gave it to
I'll
Quentin
think
for a
about it.
weekend. That's what Quentin
Yeah.
slept. He would have slept
I
in a
was like-
bedroom, but they turned it into a dining room.
Her and Josh adopted me. It's the reboot
Yeah.
of Webster, everybody.
We're like, I told him I was gonna make a TikTok video of taking my New York City friend all around the suburbs, and it's just walking around all the space in the house,
Going to Target.
and then going to Target.
Then going to Target. Have you ever been to a Target, Quentin? Dude.
I have been to a Target.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I have been.
me too. They have
Fancy.
Starbuckses in there. So you guys did a show a year ago.
Yeah.
Met. How many times have you stayed with Katie, Quentin? Is this the first
This is the
sleepover?
first time that I've stayed with Katie. Although she did.
I slept
spend
at his house
first
Yeah,
in my New York apartment, which was nowhere near as spacious.
Did she sleep in
But
one of
just
your
as
dining
comfortable.
rooms? What
She
dining
slept
room
on
did she
my
sleep in?
couch, which
I
actually is
slept
across
in the
from
dining room. Yeah, I did sleep in the dining room.
I have a dining room, living room hybrid.
That's
Yeah.
what I have. That's what I have. I have to put up a folding table to hybrid it, but yes, that's what I have. That's what I
No,
have.
Quinn
as
has
well.
like a big boy table.
Oh.
His table doesn't fold up.
Yeah.
Wow, good for you, Quinn. Living it up
He's
in New
really
York.
living.
That's tough in New York. That's tough to
Yeah.
do in New York.
I'm
That's
happy I
tough.
even have an eating area because a lot of people don't in New York. It's just
Just that's it. You eat
Yeah.
over the counter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eat over the counter. I ate
Yeah,
over the
but-
counter last night. I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
I did a show with Maya Mannion, and she had never had Taco Bell. And I'm
I
like,
literally was gonna say, did you shame eat Taco Bell last night?
I did. No, I didn't even shame eat it. We ordered.
You're proud.
I ordered an infinite amount of Taco Bell. Like I stopped ordering food because I got tired of talking at the drive-through. Right? I'm like, Maya needs to try it all. And we got back to
Oh
my
my
place.
God.
I had a chalupa and a taco, and I watched Maya Mannion house, a Crunchwrap Supreme, a Gordita Crunch, a chalupa, a taco, and
Wow.
nachos all
That
in
is a
front of
lot
me.
of food.
Good
Yeah,
for her.
yeah. And what makes it even better is that I have it all on video, and it's
That's
wonderful.
awesome.
Wow.
It's great. It's
I,
great.
We'll
I think
upload it
a
for the
chalupa,
Patreon
I think,
subscribers.
is when they make it and it's like fresh and crispy and hot is one of the best things I think you can get at a
The
fast food
chalupas are
place.
fucking good. No, is
Yeah,
that what
they're
I'm like?
really
Yeah,
good.
chalupas. Those are good.
I
Yeah.
like the gorditas.
You like
What
a
is
Those
gordita?
are also
gordita?
very good.
It's kind of like a chalupa, only more chewy, I think.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
it's like they don't fry the shell, right?
Yeah.
It's like a
Okay.
thicker, softer shell than a soft
Yeah,
taco.
but they're very
Mm.
nice too.
They are very nice,
Yeah.
Frank.
Gorditas just sound like it's calling me fat, so that's why I like chalupas.
I'm
Yeah.
not bilingual, so I
You
don't
feel
know.
it's a more
Gordo,
elegant food to order?
yeah,
Mhm.
chalupa is just not being like gordita sounds like fat taco. So I'm like,
It does.
Sounds
It
like
does.
chupacabra.
It does. Like if it could
Yeah.
speak, it would be like, "Bah, bah, I'm a gordita."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
Yeah.
are you sad because you're eating me in your car?
You ready to eat me? put some hot sauce on me. put some
Yeah.
hot sauce on me and eat me. I'm a good deal.
Exactly. Exactly.
What would a chalupa sound like, Katie?
It would be like, hey, yo, it's me, Chalupa.
I feel like
Just a fun party girl.
So it's,
this is the
it's like a
genesis
Mexican
of like,
Super Mario. I like
Yeah.
it. It's a me, chalupa.
It's me, chalupa.
this could be the
Exactly.
genesis of like a new VeggieTales type cartoon with Taco Bell. food.
Yeah. They would do it too. Taco Bell does everything. To
Yeah.
all their shit.
Everything. They've made a great model selling the same ingredients over
Yeah.
and over
It's
again.
really
different
all
ways.
it is. At one
Yeah.
point,
Genius.
Maya goes, "Oh, this tastes like the other thing," and I'm like, "Well, that's what Taco Bell does. They just take the thing and put it with other things. Like so, that it's just
Yeah.
meat, lettuce, and cheese, and they put it with a crunch, and they put it with a soft, and they
It's
put
just
it with a
different
chalupa.
textures.
It's wonderful.
it with
It's
a soft
texture.
and a
It's just a
crunch.
texture change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Taco Bell. First
Kind
time
of
in a year and a
brilliant,
half
really,
eating
when you
that,
think
yeah.
about
I
it.
think they should become a sponsor now.
Yeah.
I feel like they should.
Oh, I'd
should.
love it. I would love it. I would fuck a Taco Bell.
What if they just only sent us like 10 chalupas every month? You'd still be like,
Dude,
yes,
That'd be
I'll
fine.
do it.
Even if it was like, and we have to eat them on every episode, I'd be fucking down with that.
Me too.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Frank, your butthole. You must be confident in the sobriety. If
Yeah,
your
Quinn
butthole thinks
doesn't
it can
know, but
handle 10 chalupas.
Frank
I have a
poops
new
his pants
butthole.
on the regular.
I got a new butthole now.
Oh.
Really?
You got a new butthole
Yeah.
now. You got-
Yeah, I
Is
had it
sober-
installed.
sober
did you
Frank?
get it on Amazon? Was it on Prime Day?
Now I don't know if this was new. Like, so it turns out drinking 2/3 of a bottle of whiskey a night for a year or two can really fuck up how you're pooping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know that. We've been telling you that.
Because
It's
3
crazy.
weeks now, I'm fairly regular again.
And you haven't like
You haven't duded your
accidentally shit
pants?
your pants?
No,
Yeah.
and I haven't even come close. My poops have been like very normal. And
Wow.
like years ago, I was on like a schedule for like years for most of my life, where it was like my adult life, where it was like right when I wake up at like 8 or 9 in the morning, and then like an hour and a half later, I'm kind of back on that schedule. So it's basically twice
Wow.
before lunch, and then that's it.
That's congratulations, Frank.
It's
Yeah.
really nice. It's like, hello, old friend.
Quentin, how's your
Yeah.
pooping schedule?
I was just thinking about that twice before lunch. That's a bit much.
Yeah, it's
For
like
my body.
It is.
Yeah.
It is,
You know.
Quentin.
it's like 2 small ones.
Mm.
Okay, well, I'm big, so I don't. I'm like, I do some disrespectful stuff to toilets.
I have too. You don't look huge. I mean, you look like a bigger guy, but you don't look
He's
like
6'4".
I'm 6'4".
You're
He makes Josh
6'4".
He makes Josh look normal height. Like Josh looks like a little guy next to him. and
Oh
Josh is
my! I could
6'8".
never stand next to Quentin.
No.
I mean,
I would
You
look.
would, like,
I would
fit
look
in
like.
his
I would look like. Who's
armpit.
that midget from the Lord of the Rings?
Tyrion?
No,
They're like,
no, that's
Tyrion.
no.
Oh,
That's
oh,
Game of
Frodo?
Thrones. The other midget.
Hobbits.
No, not the Hobbit. The other one there, the dwarf, the guy with the beard.
Oh,
oh
Gimli.
yeah, with
Gimli.
the
I look like
ginger.
fucking
Gimli.
Gimli.
Yeah.
Next to my 6'4" black Gandalf Quentin.
That's the best compliment I've gotten in a long time.
I'm glad. Hey, you're welcome. I meant every word of it.
I'm Gandalf.
I think there needs to
For
be
the,
more black
I'm a
wizards.
lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
making up for
He's
that
the
cold
main
shoulder in
character
the green room.
energy over
Yeah,
here.
make it-
Yeah. Yeah, it makes up for the cold shoulder earlier.
Yeah,
I'm a principal now, mama.
nothing but compliments.
Yeah.
Anybody
He
that can
does.
stand Katie for a weekend, hey, props to you.
Yeah, but he also gets Josh, so it's
Yeah.
like fine. You know
Josh
what I
is like a
mean?
nerd that I tell Katie how lucky she is. Like, I
Yeah.
would love to be married to such a nerd who just buys all kinds of video games and accessories and electronics. Like every day is something coming, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's so.
Is
Yeah.
it hard to find a guy that's into nerdy stuff and gay? Quentin's gay too. Everybody can't hear
Oh yeah,
that
I
in the
guess we should.
voice.
Yeah.
I should have
Sometimes you can't hear gay in the voice. Not today.
I'm sorry. I should have brought a dick to suck. I'm sorry.
Quentin sucking the dick on the camera. Everybody, you're not saying.
Subscribe to the
It's common
YouTube channel for
courtesy
the full
to let
video.
everyone know up front.
I can give an instruction, like a tutorial after.
Yeah.
You can put that in the picture.
Yeah.
Next time, bring a prop or something so we know what we can and can't say.
Anything.
No, but is that that's got to be hard to find though? No.
Is it?
Okay. Here's the thing.
I think you can find
You
it,
can find it.
but they don't have a job.
Well, that's one thing. But you can find gay guys who like get off on like being with you while you play games. Like there's a whole thing.
That's
like,
a thing?
Oh yeah, like giving head while the guy's playing video games. Like that's a big
Every
thing.
straight guy's
Wow.
dream.
Yeah, that's not just a
gaming
gay
has been
thing.
living straight guys' dream.
Yeah,
for
that's
years.
yeah,
true.
getting blown.
Actually, that would be very distracting if I'm playing Overwatch or something.
It would be distracting. It sounds good in theory, but then when you're like online and everything, it's not that great.
That shit's gonna get paused. You got to stop the game. You can't keep playing.
Yeah, but
But
I
the
can
problem-
get blown and fucking make lines in Tetris. You know, I'm.
Tetris? No way.
Oh,
No way.
dude,
Like in the beginning stages of Tetris, you
Yeah.
could.
guys,
first few.
I am so good at Tetris. You have no idea.
He can do it in his sleep.
I'm good at Tetris.
I'm really good at Tetris.
So
I
wait,
don't know.
Quentin, have you sought out like the specific video game like fetish type people? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I mean, I'm actually married. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm married. Unfortunately, I can't really look too far into that. But because I am a gay man, and I am on the internet, which porn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I know what's out there, and there's a big thing for it. But with my husband, at least, he's into the sexual part. But then it's like, okay, we're not doing it anymore. Turn that off so we can watch something together. So it's like
Mm.
it's typical man. It's only for his pleasure, and then he's done.
Wait, he plays the video game or you play the video
No.
game?
I play the video game. He likes to, we can do something freaky while I'm playing the video game, but then like that's it. Like if
Then it's gotta stop.
Then it's
What's
like
the
no
game?
video
What
games,
game do
but
you
I'm like-
play, Quentin?
He just doesn't want to play video games unless it's part of that.
right, that's when he's
Okay.
okay.
He
All
doesn't
right.
like
Wait.
it when you go play video games for 4 hours on your own
On my own.
after.
And that's what I
Yeah.
would like to do. Like, hey, just let me go play this game for like 6 hours. I'll holler at you after that.
So he enjoys just basically servicing you while you play,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
that's when you're all done. Then he's like, "I'm good."
No. Then I think the video games have to go
he
away.
wants it
is
to
what
be
he means.
And then
reciprocated?
Yeah.
he wants to like, talk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank and his Mexican wife, Kirsten, play together. You guys play video games for
Yeah,
hours
she's also
together,
a nerd,
don't
so
you?
like we play games
Yeah,
together. and stuff,
yeah. What game do you play, Quinn? That's the thing. What game is
I
it?
play
you-
Smash Brothers a lot. I'm a
Wow.
big Smash head. I play
Wow, smash head.
Call of Duty, Madden. I play everything.
Wow.
I've been a gamer for years.
Those are
my
like
my son
concentration
plays
games.
Smash and fucks me up. I won't play Smash Brothers anymore. I won't
I've
do
been
it.
playing Smash since I was like a teenager, so like that's my Tetris. I can do that.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
enjoy
sweet.
Smash Brothers.
it's such a
I've only
hard
played it a
game.
few
Yeah.
times. It's very fun though.
I
The fun
can't do it.
factor is like
Got it.
through the roof.
It's chaotic and I love it.
Yeah, it's
Ugh,
great.
I can't
Too
do
much.
it. I can't do it. You give me Tetris. You
It's
give
too
me
much.
Tetris, and I will fucking bang out lines like you don't.
Brian,
even
have
know.
you watched the World Tetris Championships?
I don't
the
need
videos?
to because I'd win them.
It's
don't
like,
need
dude,
I've seen
what these-
myself play. I don't need to see
He'd
that.
win the-
what these
I've seen
guys
the
do.
best.
I would
is-
win. They would hand me Russia. That's how good I am at Tetris. If anybody ever saw me, they'd be like, you know what? Take Russia. You can have it now. It's yours.
You
Is it
should
that good?
watch a clip of one of those videos. It's bananas.
Okay.
He's not interested.
Not interested. Not interested. You can watch your porn. I'll watch mine. Quentin will watch his. Katie does whatever the fuck she does. Do you watch porn, Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What kind of porn do you watch?
I like regular. Like I hate all of this extra
What's
like
regular?
can't just it's really hard to find two people that just want to make each other feel good in a porn.
Oh, you want passionate fucking. You want
Like
passionate
romantic
love.
porn?
You
it
want
doesn't need to be romantic, but like a lot of times
like
if
Cinemax
if
porn?
there's a guy no, but like if there's a guy involved, if it's just a guy and a girl, 9 times out of 10, the girl's face does not look like she's having fun.
No,
Like
you're right.
she's always like, oh, and you're like, ew, like this is not good.
You're
or like
right.
when they're making sounds that aren't real,
Yeah,
like
that annoys me too.
that kills me.
I never looked
You
at
gotta
that.
go to the
Yeah,
you gotta
well,
find like the
there's
verified.
ladies in there.
You gotta go with like amateur stuff, I think, to find something that's somewhat real.
No, amateurs always wear.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's too obviously fake.
It's I don't like when they're making sounds where you're like, that's not like you're starting at a 10, like, and they're just stay at 10 with the sounds the whole time.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
Yeah,
It's
the
annoying.
evolution of porn has really destroyed masturbation, I think, as a whole.
Destroyed it?
Yeah, maybe
I
not
think it really
masturbation,
amped it
but
up.
just like I think sex in general, and like you watch these aggressive fucking pornos, and like back in the day it was just normal sex, and now it's like these women are getting punched in the face, and that has
Yeah.
become the norm.
And I feel like a lot of it is like I think there's a ton of like the percentage of porn that is like if you did that to a woman it would be painful. The percentage of that happening is so much larger than the percentage of women that would actually find that enjoyable. So like guys are like, yeah, I think that's how you like get a woman off. You fucking bang on her pussy with a hatchet. And then they're like, in real life, they're like, no, could you just like find the clit?
Yeah, can you just rub it a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
could you do a little pat?
yeah,
They need to like switch with like gay porn. Like,
Yeah.
that works for men.
Yeah.
Probably not women.
yeah. Maybe
No, but that's
that'll be a
I
sex
think-
tip for all of our listeners. When you know rub the clit, don't hit it like a speed bag. You know, and that's a
Yeah.
good.
What would that look
Good
like
tip.
hitting it like a speed bag? Like somebody going like really fast with
You
their
would do it
first
with your
their
fist.
fingers?
No, they would like.
Oh no!
I've seen
Nowadays it's
people
just you
do like an
gotta reach- you gotta
open-handed
reach that
hit.
wrist.
They're just
Oh,
like
yeah.
hitting it open-handed.
Yeah, whack,
I
whack, whack.
actually
Yeah.
saw a straight porn like that a couple of weeks ago
It's like a regular thing.
by accident because like when you go on Pornhub, they automatically assume that you're straight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No matter how many times you tell them you're not. So I have no
Ridiculous.
problem with straight porn, but like most of the time I want something else. And I watched this guy like slapping the clitoris, like, and it's just like slap, slap, slap.
And
I'm
I've
like,
talked to women because I
I
do.
haven't had sex with a woman in a while. I was like, but I don't think that's how you do that.
No, that's what guys are seeing,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, I bet that's good," and I'm like, "It is not." Like, and that one move cracks me up since I was little. Like when we were like 14 or 15,
Oh.
the first porn we ever watched, like me and my
Since
two
I was
girlfriends.
little, I was like, "What the
I know
fuck
you guys
are you
were
talking
like,
about?"
"What?"
I saw porn as a child.
When we were like 14, we watched one and this lady was doing that to this other lady and we were dying. And I was like, there's no fucking way that feels good. And like since then, every time I see that, I will ask women, I'm like, is that something that do you know any woman that's ever said that they like that? Because I don't know any women that have ever said, oh, what really gets me off is slapping my vagina. Like
I have heard that once.
okay, so that's one
I've heard
person.
it once.
It's probably like
Yeah.
a very specific kind of thing.
Yeah.
People. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Which
5.
I don't think
Like
there's-
I would say 5% of the women want to slap.
And
I
it's
guess-
probably not the entire time.
Yeah,
I would
It's
guess.
like a little slapping and then something
like
else,
every
I would
now and
think.
again.
yeah.
You know, maybe. That's my guess anyway. I don't know because I don't.
And there's
have
a
vagina.
slap and a pat, everybody, and there's a difference. Has gay
There is a
porn taken
difference.
a turn, Quentin, for the worse, like straight porn has?
Gay porn has got very heavy into scenarios. It's like everybody
Yeah.
thinks they're Scorsese now making these things. And it's
Really?
always this elaborate plot. And now they've started to fake the cum shots, which personally makes me
Whoa,
That's
really?
weird.
Well, how do you fake
Yes.
what do you mean a fake cum shot? Like they put
A
it in a
fake-
caulking gun?
Like it cuts away,
like
then
it
they
cuts
shoot
away
it
and
out.
you like see it like paint somebody's face, and I'm like, I'm not stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do this to me. This is it's like you can't do that. Like I thought the point was that you guys were hot, You were good at your job. You
Yeah.
could deliver. Now you're not even really coming.
Is
Like,
it?
it's, what are we doing?
Is that like in a video where like the angle of it though is like a waterfall of cum, so it's has to be fake because that's kind
It's
of the point of the video, or is it just like a normal thing they do?
no, it's a normal thing they do. Like, they found a way to, like, before the climax of the movie, there's like a pre cum shot that's fake.
Mm.
And then there's a
Oh,
later one that is way less impressive because it's real by comparison, which is
Yeah.
just dumb.
they should do
Yeah,
it the
and that's
So
opposite.
teaching people. Yeah, that's teaching people like when you come, it should be like the fucking Niagara Falls all over
which is what gay
everything.
men want. Like, that's
Yeah,
what gay men are there for. Gay men love cum. But it's like, you gotta be
Really?
honest. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Brian's
What?
like
Like
more
what?
and more
That
like
is surprising
if I could
'cause
get
I've
Yeah,
enough.
never
no,
heard a
I've never
woman say
heard.
that.
I've never heard that. I've never heard. Gay men love cum. I mean, I know they love cum,
love
but I've
that.
never like.
They love that shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you get on, like, if I got Grinder right now, there'll literally be people begging me to swallow that.
Mm.
And they're like, and then you can just go. And I'm like, okay.
Wow. We made a grinder for Frank one time. So
We did.
there is very like
How'd
it
he
is
do?
0 to 60. Like
He
it
did
is.
okay.
Did really good, and
He
I
did
didn't even
good.
know
He
it
had good
existed.
numbers. He had good numbers.
Yeah, that's good.
Brian
That's good.
had the most fun because it was like a bit they did, and Brian actually though spent how many days or weeks
We had to take it away from
chatting
Brian
with
because
people who were
Oh, it was
initially
2
messaging the
weeks.
account.
2 weeks.
we really first what I understood the prank to be was we were just gonna see because Brian was getting no matches on straight dating apps.
Mm.
So we wanted to see if Frank would perform better than Brian did. Just with matches. But when we checked in with Brian, he was like, these guys are really nice. And we were like, you need to stop it. Like
You-
now you're catfishing people.
Yeah.
You know why? That's because if you look at the straight community, there's like no place for like bigger men.
That's
The gays have found a way.
thank
We
you.
have a lane.
Yeah.
You
we
guys have
there.
turned me into a
Oh, that's a good point.
delicacy.
You're a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right?
bears
A
do
delicacy.
very well.
They do.
You're a delicacy. That's what we're always saying.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, so Brian was like I think if you could make yourself be attracted to men sexually, I think Brian would thrive in the gay community.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you think I do good,
Yeah.
Quentin?
I mean, like, you could probably find close to a 10.
Yeah.
I'd say 9 to 10.
I think you know what?
Yeah.
And like I
It
think
does
about it, I
seem-
could too.
yeah.
I think I could too.
Mm.
I can
It's a
pull in
shame.
some good dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or ass.
Yeah.
Or ass.
Or ass.
It would be kind of like amazing just to be able to switch your sexuality like that because it seems like it would be easier to find people. Like if
You
you're a
think so?
single guy and you're like, I can't meet a girl
I think back
But
in
I
the
think
day you
But
could.
you'd have to
today, not 10, 20 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
back in the day you could like I'm talking like the Greeks did that shit all the time.
Oh, you're going way back
I'm going
in the
way
day.
back.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
don't
way
know if
back.
they were in like relationships, were they?
I don't know.
I mean, I would probably, there probably isn't much of a relationship as a lot of gay guys now.
Mm,
Yeah.
So
I suppose, yeah.
yeah. Well, that's it. So how can we make bigger guys more attractive in the straight community, Quentin? What
I don't
can
know,
I
but
do?
I don't
think that's
know.
something. I think that's something that should be done. Like, there should be some value there. I mean, as far as I know, a lot of women don't mind a bigger guy. Like, I don't understand what the disconnect is. Like, women love, oh, I love a teddy bear. I love.
Yeah.
Maybe there should be an app. Maybe if there was an app that women could go to exclusively for
Teddy bears.
like teddy
That would
Yeah.
be
bear
great.
guys,
That would
maybe
be great because that's what I am, Quentin. I'm a teddy
But
bear.
because there's a lot of women who like that.
But we found a website like that. Remember, Brian? We did this like a year ago. We found a website like that, but every guy on it looked like he was gonna do like a school shooting.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like it was they were crazy.
Yeah, like Katie was going to make me an account and she's like, I can't have
Yeah.
you blend in with these people.
Yeah,
looks
I
really
was like, I'll
bad.
do it. I'll
It
put
looks
you
like
on
the
there.
sex offender register.
Yeah,
It
like,
did.
yeah, it was really, really bad.
And like people, the guys that went on it, they were like I remember one of them was like, I'm just a nice guy, work hard, and then like in all capital letters is like, why aren't women the same?
Yeah, why are women so bitchy?
There's one
Yeah,
called
I was like, I
BBW.
don't want you around me.
Nope. You just have to be careful, like, that there's somebody who like really wants to date normally, and they're not going to be like,
Yeah.
okay, but then I want to watch you eat food. Like, you have to
Exactly.
make
Yeah,
sure it's not.
Frank loves
What
that
would
shit.
you do?
I know somebody, a couple people who are into like the feeding kind of thing, and What the hell is Are you
Brian's
fighting with a
doing?
bunch of plastic right now? Are you all right?
No, I'm just getting a fucking drink, you guys. Come on.
No, I knew a couple who were
Well,
married,
it was loud.
and
All right.
it was not a good marriage. He actually turned out like he was a gay guy who was just struggling because he came out after they split up.
Oh.
But part of the issue with their marriage, apart from that, which is probably the biggest one, is that
I was gonna say that little detail.
she was into the whole like I want to feed you and make you fat thing, and he was like I'm trying to get healthy, and it was like a
Oh.
conflict in the relationship.
And so she was she larger too, or was she average size or whatever?
No, she was
Whatever we're
bigger.
calling it.
She was bigger,
Okay.
but I don't think she liked it the other way. Like she didn't want to get fatter and fatter, but she kind of wanted him to get fatter. I think.
Normally feeders are smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were about
It's a
this
weird
roughly the
thing.
same size.
But she probably was nervous that he would get. She probably noticed he's not fucking into her because he's gay, and she
Yeah.
was like, "How do I hang on to him?" And she's like, "I'll make him like as unattractive or unable to leave the house as possible." Like, there's definitely a control
yeah,
thing.
it could
I
be.
feel like
Thing,
with
yeah.
people.
Oh, that's a
Look
good.
on her,
Oh,
he's
that is an
there.
interesting
Yeah.
point
So-
because I know of one other situation where she
Yeah.
dated somebody I knew who I think they met through one of those dating sites for the feeding stuff. But
Oh.
but she was kind of a horrible control freak. That could be part of it. She was basically a bad person for a lot of
Sounds
reasons.
like it.
yeah.
For
Frank, she was a
those
terrible
reasons.
person.
Not for those specific reasons, but I just kind of hated her.
Other
guts.
reasons.
I just think she's a horrible person.
Yeah. All right. So we got to avoid those people. We got to avoid the people that are
You
going
don't want
to
to
feed
feed
me.
her.
Don't want to feed.
Don't wanna
want
feed her.
Woman who wants you need like somebody like a Wilma Flintstone, Lois Griffin.
Yeah.
I would love a Wilma Flintstone or a Lois Griffin. You know what I want? A Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit
Well,
Ooh,
was
yeah.
always
doesn't.
I mean,
my.
you
She's
know,
not a
don't be
princess,
afraid.
but
Hey,
she would
Brian.
be my favorite.
I have a
You know
question
Don't be
why?
afraid
for
to
you.
set
And,
your
and you
goals
know
high,
why? You know why? If you watch Roger Rabbit, everybody said, "Why are you with that guy?" And what did she always say? He's funny. He makes me laugh.
And why do you suppose Quentin mentioned Wilma Flintstone and Lois Griffin?
Oh, because they have fat husbands.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Not rabbit. Not rabbit.
Not
husbands.
a rabbit.
No, but
I mean, if she'd have sex with that rabbit, I like to think she'd fucking.
yeah, she'd fuck anything.
I
I'd
don't
be kind of
know.
scared of someone who'd fuck a
Yeah.
rabbit, even if it was a humanoid rabbit.
And it is a human.
I'm just talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
somebody that goes past looks and goes for personality, and that's Jessica Rabbit. That's what I think.
Like
Roger
Cher in that
Rabbit's
movie
kinda
Mask.
cute.
What?
Like Cher in that movie Mask. Isn't that what the plot of Mask is? That
her
horrible,
son.
scary
Oh, yeah.
movie?
No, no,
the
no.
80s?
What?
I think that's her kid.
Yeah,
right?
the ugly guy dated a blind chick.
She's not banging him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
her son. Yeah, that Rocky Dennis was her kid. You think she was fucking Rocky Dennis?
She was the love interest in the movie.
No,
She was.
she's
No,
not.
that was
And now we
she was the
realize she's
mom,
never
and she
seen
hung out with the motorcycle gang.
Oh.
And they
Yeah,
all
she has,
kind of
like, a
took
motorcycle
they
boyfriend.
all took Rocky in, and Rocky fell in love with the blind lady, and
Oh.
and
Oh,
taught
that's
and
what
showed
she
her
does the-
colors and shit.
That's the Family Guy joke that I never. All right, that makes sense because there's a Family Guy gag where it cuts to his like that movie, and she like touches his face, and then she's like, "Ugh," and she's scared.
Yeah,
Okay, now you get
Now I
it.
get it.
Now
I've
you
never
get
watched
it.
it
You
because when
were-
I was a kid, I was scared of it. So I
Really?
never watched it, yeah.
Before, were you like, oh, why isn't Cher banging him?
yeah.
That's how I remember this movie.
I never watched it because it scared me.
You ever see that movie where Cher fucks a retarded kid?
Frank's favorite.
Look at Brian killing himself. over there.
I like that we were like, and that could be you, Brian.
And that could be me. I want to be the ugly kid. I am the ugly kid.
Oh, you're not ugly. That's why you do so well on those apps. If you were, that's
Yeah.
one thing that's unforgivable with the gays. You can't be ugly. You
Yeah.
can be a bear, but you can't be ugly.
Mm. No, I've gone through over 2,300 swipes without a match, Quentin.
It's really.
Kept track of it. Kept track. Got a
Women.
spreadsheet.
Yeah, you know, women.
Can't live with them.
Women be swiping
Women be swiping.
right past you.
Mm. I fucking
I'm pretty proud of
I
that.
didn't I was swiping one time. Right? swiping away. And then I saw a picture of me. And I go, "What the fuck is this?" Right? And then I
Mhm.
look, I'm like first thought, somebody hacked an account, somebody made this dumb thing. And then I look, and it was somebody that came to a show that took a picture of me with me after the show and put that as her default cover profile on
Really?
Tinder. Yeah, right? And I am prepared for a match, right? I am mentally prepared for a match. I took a shower, I lit a candle, I listened to some Phil Collins. I texted my mom. Right?
What song from Phil Collins?
This
We,
is
I
it.
met a lady.
Yeah, like I met somebody. Get mom. Listen, get the pot roast ready.
You already
We're
have
gonna
your
have somebody for
engagement
dinner.
photo.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I took a deep breath. I right swiped, and I didn't fucking match her. I didn't even match myself.
Whoa.
How does that
So my question
happen?
is, what kind of woman are you looking for?
Just someone perfect. You know what it is? I think I
He
I
wants Jessica Rabbit.
I want Jessica
Yeah,
Rabbit.
that's his
I do.
problem.
Yeah, I have theories. I mean, the type of woman I'm looking for. I mean, yeah, attractive, absolutely, but somebody that's fun, easygoing, a relaxed schedule, like because my schedule's all over the place.
Relax.
A
Yeah, like
nice relaxed schedule.
Somebody
Uh,
that works from home.
yeah.
yeah. um, somebody, somebody that you can get along with. I think part of the problem is I know people almost before I talk to them, right? Like when you go out a date, you go out with somebody, and instantly, or within a couple minutes, if you can hit it off or not.
Mhm.
I can
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
before I even talk to the person.
But
Like
you always decide that you're not going to hit it off, so I don't know that that's
Yeah,
true.
and that's not
Like,
the case because a year, whenever that 2 years ago, when you did this whole we were like, just be positive and say yes to shit. You actually wound up meeting somebody. Granted, it didn't work out, but you actually
it
had like a
didn't work out,
relationship.
but before that happened, I went through a whole gambit on air. We have a whole fucking episode about it, about her, what would happen. It's going to be a chore.
Mhm.
This whole
Yeah,
fucking
but
thing.
that didn't
But that was
that
just
wasn't an accurate prediction. That was
Mhm.
just no.
no.
No,
You just were describing relationships.
you were
Like you
just
were
No,
like
yeah.
I
You were
got
just
pretty
you're never.
specific.
you were
There's literally no one that you can meet that's going to be so easy to date. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't exist.
that was like a prediction that was accidentally accurate because the relationship happened to not work out.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
not like you actually were like, no, I see the signs. It was
Yeah,
just your
you did
anxiety talking.
exactly. You didn't say things like she'll cut her broccoli weird. You literally were like, I'll spend time with her and
Did
then we'll
cut her
break up.
broccoli
And we were
weird.
like, yeah, there's fucking one of two options when you're dating someone. You spend time with them and you don't break up, or you spend time with them and you break up. But like you didn't get it right. You did like a nickel fortune telling. Like you were like, we're gonna spend time together, we'll get to know each other, and then won't work out.
I think it was a little less. I'll say it was broad, but I think it was a little less broad than that. I'll
Well,
meet you
Brian,
guys in the middle. I'll meet you in the
what
middle.
I
I'm
don't know.
hearing is that you want somebody perfect. You want to be in a relationship and you have a lot to work through, but you're probably not going to. So I think it sounds like you probably should stick with the game.
Maybe is there some kind of Quentin? Is there like a
I like how this turned into Quentin recruiting me to the gays.
Well, he knows what he's working
Quentin,
with
is there
right
like a
now.
procedure or like an online course Brian could take to make him become gay?
Yeah, it's called the entire series of Golden Girls.
Oh,
He
fuck!
loves
I
Golden
love
Girls.
Golden Girls. Quentin, I
Um,
could I would be such a if I was sexually attracted to men, I would be the perfect gay dude.
hey,
I
Oh.
love Golden Girls. I like to be bougie. You know what I don't have, and I've noticed.
Brian, you wear shorts in the winter. Like,
I mean,
what
I'm
are you
not. I
talking
like.
about?
he's a West Coast gay then.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm a West Coast gay.
He lives in LA.
Get it right.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought about this because when we found out Quentin was coming on, Katie was like, I think the guest should give you advice. And I thought
Yeah.
about what advice would I get? And I thought about it. Quentin, how can I be more confident? Because one thing I've noticed, the gay community, very confident bunch.
Yeah.
Do you mean like when they were approaching dating, like that kind of thing?
I think just in general. Just I think as a whole, a confident group of people that I think a majority growing up didn't have that confidence,
Mm.
right?
But how
And
did they learn to fake the confidence?
like not just fake the confidence, but I think maybe when coming out, I don't know, but coming out or just embracing who they are made them more confident. But I've noticed just as a whole, gay people
Yeah.
are very confident.
I can't speak for the entire gay community.
It's all right, Quentin. I
as much as
already
I'd like
did.
to.
I already did.
Brian already did.
That's right, Quentin. I already did.
I do think coming out is empowering, and it could be that. Like, I personally don't. That's not really the story for me. You
Mm.
know, I've always been a big guy. I'm always pretty forceful, and my self confidence comes from having a large penis. But it's different for everybody else. You know, everybody else has their own lane.
Yeah.
So you have to find what yours is.
Like what you need to find something to feel confident about.
Yes, and then you own that shit.
Man, I just gotta. I'm not sorry. This is off topic, but Quentin, you have like a perfect therapist voice. You should do
He
like
really does.
audiobooks.
Yeah.
I've
or
been thinking
something.
that too this whole time. I'm like, it sounds so nice in the microphone,
It
and then I'm
really
like,
does.
I know.
and Brian's like, "Ugh," and Frank's
I
is
know.
nice too.
Quentin, how would you like to be a narrator in an upcoming movie?
Oh my god, yeah.
I would love to do voiceover work. I've been trying to do that, but I actually was a therapist. I was a social worker.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah. I know some stuff that I'm talking about, but other stuff. Yeah.
All right, but
So,
find
Brian,
something that I can be confident about and roll with it.
What are some things that you think you could be confident
Like
about?
like being funny. I'm very funny.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
that's a good
hilarious.
one.
All right,
Yeah.
and that's
That's
really
it?
it. I'm really good at. See how I made
You're
you
like,
guys laugh?
I know my way around.
So everybody
I know my
just
way
laughed.
around a Taco Bell menu.
Yeah.
That's also important. You can
Yeah.
order for the lady at Taco Bell.
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah. Yeah. Other than I'm thoughtful. But
You
that's the
seem
thing.
to be
I can be too thoughtful. There are times that I'm too thoughtful and I go over the top.
I could be wrong here, but you don't seem to be completely white.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
That's a definite plus.
Does Italian count? I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's just very
Yeah,
Italian.
you know what it is?
All
I'm
of
so
his-
white,
so
I
he wasn't
look
white
not
until
white.
the
Yeah.
30s. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
he's recent white.
Yeah, recent white, late to the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still got some of that flavor there. That
Okay.
should be a sense of pride,
Yeah.
cultural pride. I
Okay.
mean, you grow a good beard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Are you buying any of this?
A little bit.
It doesn't sound like you are.
A little bit. You know what it is? It's like I feel like the the things to be confident about are so minute. It's like you have a good beard. Just start from there. You have you got teeth. You got teeth. You
Do
got
you
a
know how
good
many
smile.
gays I know that think they rule the world just because they have pretty eyes? Come on.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. More. I'll try to be more confident. In
What if you wake up every morning and you say like 3 things you like about
You is
yourself?
kind.
Yeah, you-
self affirmations.
You is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you say that shit to yourself?
I am worthy of love.
Yeah.
Of course.
Start there.
Start there. Grow from love.
Yeah.
I will. I can make people have a better day. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's a
start.
good one.
Every day is gonna be a self affirmation.
There you go.
There it
Yeah.
is.
I'm gonna send you voice memos every day.
Yeah.
Oh, that would,
Yeah.
dude. If I could wake up to a Quentin
I'll talk
voicemail, just
you through it.
yeah,
And
just
then
like
all that will do is
Brian.
make Brian depressed and he doesn't sound as nice as Quinn.
No, I wouldn't. That wouldn't even. No way.
Good morning, Brian.
You need to start doing that, Quinn.
For real, man.
Yeah,
Like guided
yeah.
meditations or
I would
audiobooks
listen
or
to
whatever.
it.
Yeah.
I already feel better.
You could be on that Calm app, that app Calm.
That's what I'm saying.
know?
Yeah.
Hey, they should pay me, right?
Well, yeah.
You can record
for
yourself
sure.
for like 2 hours being like, you're walking down a beach. You have all the tools you need to solve the problems that you're facing. The shores are soft. Like or whatever.
Yeah.
Just if I can say shit and sound so nice.
You need
You
to
know, like,
dig
do
into the
erotica
ground to
instead,
get
You
a
can do that
diamond
too.
pickaxe.
He rips her blouse and throws her on the bed.
It's his cousin. Oh no. His
Oh, no.
stepmom walked in.
His member
What's he
is
gonna
huge,
do?
She's gonna
but
help
she's
him
up
learn.
for the challenge.
I like that shit.
Things are pulsing.
Hell yeah. Wow.
Oh God, you all made me feel so good. I didn't think this was gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's
this is what we do.
such a
This
compliment.
is what we
to you.
do.
Yeah.
You know,
Real quick, Brian, it is 12:27.
It is 12:27.
Do you
Do you
need
want
to
to
do you
take
need to
one quick
pause
break
and
and
make
then
your
come
bets?
back?
No, we can go a little longer.
Uh,
I'll
Brian's into it
I'll give
now
a
because
little
you're
wave.
talking about
We're
him.
talking about Quentin's voice. Quentin's voice. Quentin's voice.
Yeah. Well, Quinn basically works as a full-time background actor,
I
right?
do.
Yeah.
People usually don't hear me speak at all.
and what a fucking shame that is. You should
Yeah.
start
Their
injecting
loss.
yourself into these scenes. And
My husband says I'm like Sarah Jessica Parker in Hocus Pocus.
Oh my God!
You
Yes.
just
Does she
lure
not?
everybody.
She doesn't talk.
No, she makes people come to her.
Like that's her power. She can
Attract people.
there we
Oh,
go.
yeah, you got to get up.
Frank's like, I
You got to
never
get up
saw
on your
it.
hocus pocus, Frank.
I've only seen it. I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing.
That's the straightest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what?
nobody hears me talk.
So what have you been in? What's the if we were to find a Quentin moment in a movie, what movie would we?
Let's see. I just did the latest Transformers movie. This past 2 days.
Are you serious?
I
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
I
you
did
have
see
no
Optimus
idea how much I love
Prime.
Transformers, Quentin.
I think he's got an idea.
I got an idea.
I literally have goosebumps right now. I have fucking goosebumps because
Well,
Quentin was in the background of Transformers.
Actually, there should be an establishing shot where you can see me selling drugs.
Ooh, that's fucking great. Did you sell crack to Optimus Prime?
Yeah.
The all spark ran out. I need crack. Jazz. Go get some crack.
I was like, I was trying to criticize him, like, this isn't how drug deals are made. But
Yeah, they
okay.
made him do the worst. Like if it was the worst drug dealer.
Oh
who
yeah,
was,
it's like they
standing
get the person
outside.
that knows the least about everything. They're like, okay, now when you take a hit of the joint, make sure you get it's up high, because that's how people smoke. That's not how fucking people smoke weed.
And they're from Hollywood. They know how all drugs are.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're in the bathroom at a party.
yeah.
But I just did that recently, and then I've did a lot of TV. I did Flatbush Misdemeanor on Showtime. I've done Ray Donovan.
that's
Anything where you normally need like some kind of thug or bouncer thug. Or
Like a
something like that.
typecasted tall black guy.
Typecasted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do
That's what I
it
do.
like that's like your majority of your income. Like that's your day job.
Mm-hmm.
So are you doing these things like all the time, like every week or every day or
I
something?
literally get somebody always needs a big black man for something. So
Wow.
fortunately, the stereotypes keep
Keep you employed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ride
that's
it out.
nice, right? That's cool.
Yeah, it's work. It's good to be on set. I've had a lot of good experiences, and
Who's been the biggest dick that you've met?
And keep
I
in
don't
mind, you
think
don't have
I'm-
to answer that if it's going
I
to
don't
fuck
think
you
I'm
up.
famous enough to say that. I'll say who I thought was the nicest.
Yeah,
There you
we'll go with
Who
that.
was the nicest person?
The nicest people I met were a mixture of Eddie Marzen and Jill Scott.
Mm.
Jill Scott was very nice.
She just seems like she would be so nice.
Who are they? I don't know those people.
Yeah, I don't know Jill Scott. I feel like I should
You
know
don't know
Jill Scott.
I
She's
mean,
a
I might know
singer
her
and
face.
actress.
No.
She sang that song.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to sing it.
Let's take
Yeah,
a long
long walk around the block
after
after dark.
dark. Yeah,
Like she has
like-
a really good
No
voice.
idea.
She's like,
Still don't
She's
know.
in some Tyler
Who's the
Perry
other one you
movies.
said?
Katie, keep singing.
it's so bad. I don't even know.
The
Eddie
singing?
Marzen, he's on Ray Donovan. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's a character actor. Like you definitely know.
You probably
him.
know if you Google him.
But he was really cool.
Oh,
He ate
dude,
with the
motherfucker
crew.
played
Oh.
Sabretooth.
That's
No, that's Lee Schreiber.
that's the other
Oh,
guy.
but
Oh yeah,
that is
I
on-
know
he
that
is on
guy.
it.
Yeah, he's been in a million
you
things.
know his face.
Yeah.
No.
He's a really good character actor. He ate with us. He was very cool.
Well, that was
There's
nice.
been more famous people
Yeah.
who I won't name who were not particularly nice.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Any
That's
what's
awesome.
the longest day you've had?
oh.
This is what people think. They think, oh, it's fun being in a movie. And then you hear about the
movies-
day.
The day it's a full day, sun up. The Transformers shoot was a night shoot, so it was like everything had to be shot in the dark. So we literally filmed from sundown to sunup, straight.
You have
And
no
that was
idea how happy I am that I'm talking to somebody in a Transformers movie. You have no idea.
He got an idea when you screamed like a child.
It
Yeah.
looks like it's gonna be good. Like I got to see what Optimus is gonna look like and some of that stuff.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
So I think everybody will like it.
I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. And then when I see you on screen, I'm gonna yell, "That's Quentin."
Selling those drugs.
One
Yeah.
time I hooked up
Hey,
with a chick,
my
Quentin,
man,
that made
would
me
you
talk
like a
like
hit?
Optimus Prime while we had sex.
Yeah, this is a
Like
real
I
one
had to
that he
do
did.
this voice the whole time.
The whole time.
Roll out.
Ooh, Quinn's is way better than yours.
What he
Katie,
does? Wait,
you're
wait.
gonna make Brian cry now.
Yeah, wait. Do
Yeah.
your Optimus Quentin. I didn't hear. Hold on.
I don't. What should I say? I don't really know what he said.
We'll just do Autobots roll out. We'll both say it.
Okay.
Okay, you go first.
right. Autobots roll out.
Autobots roll out.
Brian's
close.
face.
They're pretty close.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
do
pretty
Willem Dafoe, Quentin. I'll go first. Hello, this is Willem Dafoe,
It's just he does
blowing
his voice.
Quentin out of the water with this impression.
That is better than I can do. I cannot do that.
All right.
No.
Oh, you're back up top.
How about Forrest Whitaker?
Chris
I do know
White-
what he sounds like.
he sounds like this, Quentin. He sounds just
He
like
does.
this.
He does. But I can do a good Loretta Devine.
Okay. Look at Frank Google that.
I just have to. How y'all doing today?
That does sound like
She's
her.
always out of
That
breath.
sound a lot like her.
Always.
That's funny.
I don't know why she's always out of breath.
She's running. She's running her life, you know?
That Willem Dafoe was pretty good.
Thank you
Oh
very
my
much.
God. No.
Everybody's
no.
talking
You just
about
did a
how
bad thing,
great the
Quentin.
Willem Dafoe. Everybody's saying, they send messages, they put it on the Facebook comments. They say we need a little bit more Willem Dafoe. We need a lot more Willem Dafoe, is what they say.
Good lord.
You know, but I got to keep it
This
at
is
bay.
the thing that
Katie
he
doesn't
does.
like it.
It got a little Foghorn Leghorn
Yeah.
at the end, but
It's a lot.
still good.
It's a lot.
I say I can do fuck. I can do that too.
Good
More.
lord.
I can go hard on Foghorn.
Like, instead of doing a voiceover reel or impressions reel, he just does it on this podcast. Like, I'm like, just save it. Go do a reel.
But
Yeah,
if I do
you
a reel, I
don't-
can't annoy you, Katie.
Wait, don't you, have-
And I would much rather annoy you.
you really enjoy doing voices though. Why don't you have a reel or something like that?
I don't know. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I'm not fucking confident, Frank. I'm not confident in,
Just
anything that I do.
it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, maybe
Get
I
out
will.
of your own way.
Yeah, get out of your own way.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm my own worst enemy.
We
Yeah.
It was
all
also
are.
my favorite Lit song.
Can you name another one?
Ugh.
I cannot.
Nobody can. Nobody can.
I was like, I can't. I don't know.
I don't know. I literally don't think anyone can.
I don't even think they
Do they
sang
make another song?
my own worst enemy.
One worst enemy. But that's all anyone knows.
Oh, Ziploc. They sang a song called Ziploc.
That's too much.
Yeah. It's about how they
Too
like to store their snacks
Good lord.
Wow.
in a Ziploc.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Man, I cannot wait for this new Transform. When does it come out, Quinn?
I have no idea. You shoot something and then you have no idea when it's going to come out. Like I don't know until somebody's like, "Oh, I saw you in so and so." I'm like, "Oh, that's out already. I shot that last year." I never keep up with it.
Can
But
you-
I'm sure. I think like 2022. Like I think it's probably going to be summer next year.
Mm.
The summer blockbuster.
Can't wait.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool, man.
Imagine if this started with, "Oh, I was in a Transformer." It would have been an hour of Transformer talk.
And I'm glad that we saved it.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
it's
that
probably
we saved
best
it.
that
It was
way.
probably
Yeah.
best that way.
No,
You know,
Spock.
smart for
I knew
everybody
that he
involved.
was in the movie, and I knew you were gonna die. So I was like, I'm not gonna bring this up top.
Did you really?
because-
Did you really?
Yeah.
I told her, but
We
she
talked
didn't-
about
yeah,
it.
She didn't tell me.
Quentin, have you
Wow.
had lines in
Well, I
anything?
didn't.
Have I had any lines in anything?
Yeah.
I have lines in an episode of The Equalizer with Queen Latifah.
That's
Ooh.
pretty, like you interact with her in the scene?
Not with her, no.
That's pretty cool. Still pretty
Yeah.
I
cool
had no
though.
scenes with her. I wish I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get to meet her?
No, she wasn't on set.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It's usually that way, yeah. Whenever I really want to like meet somebody, rarely it's like, "Oh, you have a scene with the other person on the show." It's like, "Oh, okay, great,
Fine. That's fine too.
that's fine. Nice to meet you, Eddie Martin."
Brian, do you have any other questions on how to like get? What about how to get voice work or something?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Nope. I'm
All right.
I'm gonna make a reel.
Make a reel, put it on your backstage.
I'm gonna make a
Yeah.
reel.
He's gonna get a backstage account.
Yep.
Yeah, do you have a backstage account?
Nope. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Nope. No.
Comedians.
I know.
I know, like I'm in the world between both.
Yeah.
Actors and
See, I'm
comedians. They're both
not.
terrible in different
I
ways.
was only in one thing. I was in Body of Proof, and I played a Mexican labor worker.
Wait a minute, that's the show with Dana Delaney?
Yes. Yeah. That was show. She wasn't in the scene that I was in though. I was in.
What were you?
See, that's the way it goes.
I was a Mexican labor worker.
How did this happen?
I was casted as a Mexican, and
So
they said,
put you in Mexican face?
"Well, no, I just,
they felt like you were.
yeah, they
enough.
said you don't look white enough, so you can be a Mexican labor worker." Because
Okay.
because remember Quinn said I didn't look white. Apparently, I looked
Yeah.
Mexican
Yeah.
that day, so
Okay.
I just had to beg for work. Like I was outside of a Home Depot, and as cars pulled up, just had to, be a Mexican
Ask
labor
people
worker.
for a
What was
job.
funny was like we took a break and I went inside and I was the only white Mexican labor worker.
Everybody else
And
was actually.
everybody else was
Mexican?
actually Mexican.
But they didn't get on camera.
Yeah, no, they did not.
And
Did you do an
Oh,
accent?
what
I
the
did.
fuck?
that's why a lot of America thinks the Latinos look Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're
Oh,
right.
interesting, huh?
I'm absolutely right.
So, but like you look at the casting sheet and it's like, all right, doctor, this person, janitor, and it just has all these things, and then it just says Mexican labor worker. So we took a break and like all the Mexican labor workers were all sitting together at a table. I went over. I'm like, do you guys think it's bullshit that we're the only ones where it says Mexican and nobody else has ethnicity attached to their character? And
What'd they say? They're like, "Shut up! We're just trying to get our paycheck."
yeah, pretty much. They just kind of said "see" and then went back to eating.
Did you do an accent when you were asking for work in the scene?
I did, and then they said we don't need any
What
talking.
was your accent?
I just said, "Hello, here for some work." It was really stereotypical, whatever you think I did. I was like, I was like, "Ay caramba, you ready?
I had no
Mow your
idea
lawn?"
that
Huh?
the
Wow.
podcast was hosted by Scarlett Johansson. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then they go, "You don't need to talk," and I go, "Okay,
Oh.
okay."
Because we don't want to pay you.
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
Well, they're like, Brian, put the maracas away. You don't
Put
need the
the mar-
maracas.
Why do you have a sombrero,
Sir,
sir?
yeah, I was just gonna say, sir, no sombrero.
Take
thank
off
you.
the sombrero. First, put down the pinata, and then take off the sombrero. See!
Yeah, Brian's a method actor.
Yeah, I am. I was Spanish the whole day on set.
That is so accurate. That is so accurate of what Hollywood is like. I believe that completely. If there's any role like because it was like a Fight Club scene I did for Ray Donovan, you would have been there in the fight scene.
Mm,
Everybody's like dark skin, dark hair, dark eyes.
mm. And I have a
You gotta
very
get
distinctive
working.
look as well. I'm very easy to spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
but that's it. And then I was going to be in what was it? I read for oh fuck! So it was a movie with Bill Murray and Bruce Willis. It was Moonrise Kingdom. I think it was called Moonrise Kingdom.
Oh.
And I didn't get
wow.
the part, and I've been bitter ever since.
What, this was all out of New England, or did you go to New York?
No, this is out of New England.
Well, look at you.
Yeah.
Why don't you get back on
Get
that?
back
You
on-
know? Yeah.
Get back
You
on.
could be rejected today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know,
you
yeah.
can get like 10 more rejections.
Yeah, I need to be I need to be confident in how much I'll get rejected.
Yeah.
Yes, that's acting.
That's it.
Yeah.
How do you, as an extra, do you audition, or is it more like they look
There
at
are
your
things
resume or something?
There are things I audition for. I have been principal in some projects, in some like SAG projects, which is cool. But for the most part, those roles aren't as ubiquitous and they're not as
Like abundant.
as doing
Yeah.
background. Like background is like that's where you can really get paid. You might get paid a little bit of something for being featured on like a web series or maybe doing a commercial. If you get a great commercial, that's good because if you get a good one, like you can get like, oh god, like Flo from Progressive, she's set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Flo is set. Flo is
That is a
definitely set.
millionaire you're looking at on TV.
Do you think
Yeah.
she's pregnant? Not Flo. Well, who's the other chick? The
I was like,
sprint
what?
girl.
No,
the
I
sprint
actually
girl?
read it. Oh, are you asking because they always put her behind shit now?
Now she's behind shit now.
I read, I don't know how I came across this, but she did an interview and she said, because she's hot, she said she got so much like sexist shit online. She basically asked the producers, like,
Oh.
I don't want my body to be like front and center anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's something she can do as the face.
Now, yeah, because they're
Yeah.
like, well, now people are used to her, so
Mhm.
And that's the sweet spot. I don't know how that works when you want to do something else in the industry.
yeah.
Because people
You're
are
the
only going to
sprint
see
Yeah,
girl.
from
yeah. You're
progressive.
you're
Yeah.
Jake.
But-
Like Jake from State Farm is always Jake from State Farm.
Jake is
Yeah.
He's gonna be Jake from
he-
State Farm the rest of his fucking life. Him and
and
Mr.
he probably
Belding.
doesn't. And he, and he probably doesn't need to do anything else because he is making bank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's friends with fucking Patrick Mahomes.
Well,
There you go.
but Quinn's cool because he knows all the like. There's all these rules. Like if you blink to the left, they have to pay you $50.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
like use a napkin, like
Really?
there's all these. Yeah, there's all these things that make you extra money. Like
Mhm.
a COVID test is an extra $100. Like they'll if they drive you to the set, you get extra money. You get paid until you get off the bus. Like it's just really
Wow.
like
Do extras
there's-
make like royalties or anything like that, or is it like a one-time thing?
No, you don't make royalties. You just basically with the union, you have your what is a negotiated rate of pay, and then you get bumps. So let's say I did a
Because it's
shoot
Hollywood
that
and
was-
everybody does cocaine.
exactly.
That's
I
exactly.
know I'm
what I
always high on set. But if I shoot out a season, let's say it's summer, but we're pretending that it's winter and I have to walk around in a big ass coat, I get a pay bump for that because that's uncomfortable for me.
Oh, okay.
And it's just, there's atmosphere of smoke because we're supposed to be in some like cool place. I get more money for that too. But you have to know, otherwise they'll just like, oh yeah, here's your pay.
Yeah, Frank
And
would
that's
just
all-
walk
that's
into
all
a coal
stipulated-
mine with a dead bird.
That's
It's all stipulated in the contract, but luckily, like any union, anybody in the union is more than happy to tell you exactly how to get
Yeah,
the most
they're
money.
pretty good.
They will like take you to the side and break it down to you.
oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So you got to be smart about it to really capitalize.
Yeah, because it's Hollywood. They'll like run over you.
Yeah. That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. That's fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Well, thanks for coming in, Quentin.
Well, thanks for having
This
me.
was
This
a
great.
great
Yeah.
talk. This was great, and
Yeah,
I
great
can't
episode.
fucking wait for Transform. I got a fucking boner just thinking about Transformers right now.
I can tell. It's a lot. Quinn, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you? Because he hosts a couple successful podcasts, and he's got a pretty bumpin' Twitter and Instagram.
It's bumping?
I do.
Yeah.
It's something. Yeah. I'm at the Quin Lamar on Instagram and Twitter, and I have a podcast called Know That, which is a Real Housewives podcast that I do with my husband. We interview a lot of housewives and a lot of people in the world, the Bravo world, about different stuff like that, and that comes out wherever, like every Wednesday, and you can get that wherever you get your shows. You can subscribe for free. There's a Patreon and all that. If you feel so inclined, that would be great. And I do another podcast. This is going to be good with a comedian friend of mine. And it's basically, we just tackle hot topics and what's going on in the news and our lives and swap stories. She's like 60 years old. I'm younger. So we just kind of talk about that a lot. She's a cool old lady.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. And guys, follow us at Wicked Funny Podcast on all the social medias. Don't forget, January 22nd at 8 p.m. in West Hartford, Connecticut, we are doing a live podcast performance at the Elbow Room. You can get tickets for that at wickedfunnypodcast.com. And we love you guys. We're filming or recording this a little bit ahead of time. So if we had any new Patreon subs this week, we will get to you next week. But we do love you. And don't forget, if you sign up for the $5 level, you get a free, anyone that signs up for any of the levels gets a free admission to that live show on the 22nd. And anybody else that signs up higher than that gets a handwritten card for me that I have been sending out a bunch of them that I did not think I would be sending out.
It's fantastic.
So keep them coming because I love it. And I do write you like a wonderful card, like I'm your long lost friend. People are going to start telling me to
Yeah,
stop writing
anybody
to
that's
them.
gotten a card from Katie, can you take a picture of it and send it to us? I want to see what Katie writes. in
You
these
wanna see
fucking
what I'm
I want to
writing?
see what Katie writes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. That'd be great.
yeah. We love you guys. Thank you
Yeah.
for listening.
Yeah.
The episodes every week are on YouTube now too. So if you guys want to see us, the episodes are getting uploaded onto YouTube. If you subscribe, I do drop the episodes on Monday instead of Tuesday. So you would get access to the episode a full day earlier than you do. So feel free to sub to our YouTube. And I think that's it.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. We'll see you later.